Hello TV discussion fans and YouTubers alike. This is your host, Grim7088. Now, most of you who have been with me throughout the last few years and continue to watch my channel, thank you. And I will make a very special bit TV discussions video, which would be not like the movie I had at the end of season 1, but it'll be a kind of a special. But let's get to the point of the main video. And mind you, if you haven't seen any of my other anime related videos, I would say watch those and whatnot. But let's continue. Now this particular one, recently, within the last week, last 2-3 weeks, or actually, that's a lie, within the last week or so, give or take, a particular show where monster girls, or monsters in particular, come to life. And no, not literally, but it's called Monster Museum. And most of you are right now thinking, are you talking about like the manga where monster girls come to life? Or is it a completely different series where there is no actual manga to it? Well, if you have read the manga, then this is the video for you. But if you haven't heard of it, or heard of it but didn't really give a fuck, well, it is what it seems. Because there are monster girls. And it all gets screwed up for this one guy, but can't really spoil much. Just, there will be a little spoiling, but in the anime, they only have one episode so far. And if you aren't part of the anime otaku kind of area, the trend, one of the few that there are out there, then I would say continue watching, or you can give me shit in the comments below. And I know a lot of you who have been with me will probably like, nah, I'm good, I'll never comment below, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. Anyways, this one guy, which will go by the one nickname Mia, the Lammas, gives him Darling. Now, Darling is this guy that gets stuck with monster girls, not by choice, because of a bill or treaty, because they kind of split between the manga and the anime, that monsters existed and made a law, let's just go with that, a law that everyone would have to follow when it came to the exchange program. Because if anyone besides me has read the manga, you would know that this guy has the worst luck ever. Because within the first volume, he gets 3 different monster chicks, which throughout the next 6, or within volume 1 to 6, ain't pretty, really, because it's like, he ends up getting screwed because of Miss Smith. Most of you are like, Miss Smith, like that movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith? No. if you haven't read the manga or haven't seen the first episode of the series, then I would suggest you give it a try. Because there's a saying, don't knock it till you try it. Even though that might be referring to food, I give it to anything else. Unless it's something way out there, then screw that. But I just got done with watching the first episode and thought, you know what, today's the day I'm going to make this video and tell you about it. So, it's practically not really on spot with the manga, but what did you really expect? That everything should be like the books? You're an idiot for thinking that. I'm not saying you should believe in it, but you shouldn't compare shit. Because comparing shit's my job. Because anime, movies, the whole shebang's the reason why I try to do these. Every week, every month, or every year. If I get way too busy or screw up, so yeah. Now a lot of you might have stuck around watching this and be like, well, what are the benefits of reading or watching this first episode of this Monster Girl series? Or Monster Museum? Well, again, back to where I was saying, try it. You might like it, you might not like it, because everyone has their own certain tastes when it comes to entertainment. But mine is more like this. Anime, where it's screwed up no matter what you do. And the Monster Museum series is a really interesting series, no doubt, because you can see the difference between reality and what would happen if monsters were real. Because it would suck really bad. And Monster Museum is a good series that I would suggest you give a try. Like any of the series I've mentioned in the past. Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise, the Rosary and Vampire, where that one I have considered doing a anime versus manga debate, or doing another Rosary and Vampire video where, okay, yeah, the series is kind of off from the manga, but everyone wants that season 3, which I could do in season 3 or do that special with it. So, but yeah, just leave a like this video, comment below, and subscribe. See you all next time.